Okay, great. And so how long you're in Dubai, correct?
Yes.
How long have you been there?
Almost a week.
Yeah.
Got here last Thursday. So for us, we're going on almost a week.
We've been on a tour in India for 10 days. And then this was kind of the tail end of our trip is to come to Dubai for a couple days, but we were supposed to fly out on Sunday morning. But they just keep canceling our flight. We rescheduled and they cancel it, then we reschedule and they cancel it. So
So you were over there on that side of the world for vacation then, correct?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so real quick before we get into this mess that you're in now, how has your vacation been up until the last couple days?
It's been life changing, actually. We were really kind of nervous to travel around the whole country of India for 10 days, but it was just the most pleasant surprise. We fell in love with India. We fell in love with the people of India. Also, the people of Dubai are incredible. The hospitality has been just absolutely 5 stars. Of course, what you hear about Dubai, but it's been a great trip. We've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we were here and the tour is kind of like a world religion tour. And so in Dubai, that's where we were kind of ending. And on Saturday, we actually went to Abu Dhabi to go to the presidential palace and then also the grand mosque there. And while we were touring the mosque, all of our phones started just going off, just alerting us. And so our tour guide, they were awesome. They got us out really quick and we were back on our buses and they told us we needed to get to Dubai immediately because the mosque was only about 15 miles from the US military base that they started bombing. And as we were walking out, sorry, we actually heard the bombs. Maybe.
Yeah, we heard 5 bombs.
Sorry.
We heard 5 bombs and then looked up in the sky and actually saw some of the missiles being intercepted. But we just, Sarah and I looked at each other and we are like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? Are
Yeah.
they going to bomb us next? We're with thousands and thousands of people at this mosque, and we know that sometimes that becomes a target. And so it was very unsettling to say the least, but they hurried and got us back to Dubai. And we've been continuing to hear missiles and bombs going off and missiles being intercepted just all throughout the day, all night long. The first night was there was so much going on we couldn't even sleep because you just kept hearing the booms from the bombs and missiles and the interceptions happening all night long, and that's just continued throughout the whole rest of our time here.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't even imagine. I mean, I'm trying to think of my own personal life when something traumatic happens. I Monday morning quarterback and think, oh my gosh, that could have been so much worse. Or what if this happened? Or what if that happened? And clearly, that I'm not even talking about a missile flying over my head. When you had a chance to sit back and really process the fact that you looked up and saw a missile flying over your head, how have you been processing that?
It's been a back and forth, to be honest, and
Yeah.
we don't hear them all, so we'll wake up and the news is telling us how many missiles, hundreds, um 500 plus drone attacks being intercepted. We actually are receiving more missile attacks than Israel from Iran, Dubai, and the UAE. That's really disheartening. It's kind of scary to go to bed at night and wonder, what's going on outside. We just lay there and hear every sound, and we are very safe where we're at. With that said, we're being taken care of. We actually shockingly feel safe. As crazy as I don't know, it's really hard to navigate your emotions with everything going on, but then knowing that we're some of the lucky ones. We're not stranded in the Dubai airport with thousands and thousands of people. We do have hotel accommodations. They are being extremely hospitable. They keep extending our stay without question at the group rate that we had at the beginning. So we find ourselves extremely fortunate compared to lots of Americans who are stranded at the airport, not having a place, not having a bed, not having, adequate needs met.
Before I get into some of your logistical arrangements, and you're probably still working through it right now, does this experience, again, at no fault of your own, make you appreciate the country that you live in and realizing what happens in other parts of the world just on a whim?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, this is not at all a fair comparison, but I grew up in the Midwest and we would get alerts for tornado warnings all the time, and we would just be like, we'll wait till the windows break, like we got those warnings all the time, and it's actually quite sad that we keep getting the alerts about the missile strikes, and the people here are like, it'll pass.
Yeah.
This is their life. This is what they're used to. We are so close to Iran. It's just they are so grateful for the help that the U.S. is providing their country and this area. They really have been so positive.
Yes.
Nobody wants a war, nobody wants this, but the people here from all countries, Pakistan, Israel, all the UAE, are so grateful that America has come to their aid against Iran.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just incredible. I appreciate that perspective. So tell me again, logistically, when were you supposed to leave? Were you already supposed to be back here stateside, and sort of what is your plan going forward?
Yeah, we were supposed to fly out Sunday morning here in Dubai and get home to Salt Lake Sunday evening. But like I say, they canceled that flight, and then they've been great in a way. I mean, it takes about 3 hours on hold with the airlines to be able to reschedule those flights. And then we reschedule them just to have 6 hours later, they've canceled again. And that has literally been every day.
So right now, all of our flights are canceled. We're currently on hold at this very moment, waiting to see if we can get a flight rescheduled, but that's no guarantee. People are like, oh, you have a flight scheduled. That means nothing. So as far as our plan, we make plans every single day, and all those plans fall through.
You make
So
plans
that's
to
where,
come home every single day,
yes,
and then
Yeah.
those
yes,
plans
and we're
fall through.
trying so many options, going through borders of neighboring countries.
Yeah. But
And
then sometimes we find that we've thought about going into Saudi Arabia, but then their airspace will close for a time. And then also we've even tried to maybe just get flights out of the UAE, but then people that have done that are ending up getting stuck in the other countries, not being able to get out of those countries that they fly to for days. So
yeah, like we
tricky.
potentially, everything's a potential, nothing's guaranteed. We potentially could take a few legs to get to Singapore, but then we would be stuck in Singapore for 10 days before we could potentially also get back to the US.
So at
So
this
we're
point,
hearing
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, we're hearing from, the State Department, all the emails that we're receiving from them were registered through the STEP program, through the crisis intake forms. We're hearing try to get out safely, but there's actually no option to get out.
Or sometimes there's you'll be looking, online, and you'll see an option for a flight, but then when you actually go to try and book it, it will say that it's not available. And the other thing that's really frustrating for a lot of people in our group here is that we just feel like they're just jacking the prices up for these airline tickets, and it's getting to be $3,000 plus to get home, and a lot of people don't have that kind of money. So
Wow. Geez, this has just kind of turned into a big nightmare. I, again, can't
yeah.
even imagine. So you also mentioned that you were on hold with Senator Mike Lee's office. Have you been reaching out to the senator's office? And if so, what is it that you're trying to convey?
So we have been reaching out, and we are encouraging everyone to reach out. Senator Lee's office has been phenomenal in reaching back out to us. Also, Congressman Blake Moore, he's actually been top notch in contact with our group
From the start.
from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So we want to just give our thanks to him. But Mike Lee's office has been in contact with us directly, with me, and they are currently in a meeting discussing a potential evacuation flight for us to get back. So they would get us out of this zone. out somewhere else safe. So not potentially all the way back to the United States, but somewhere where we could hopefully catch a flight back to the United States. So we're just waiting for that phone call to see what they've decided in that meeting.
And that could be some sort of military charter or some sort of commercial charter just to get you out of Dubai.
Something, we're not sure, but
Yeah.
something, hopefully. We're praying for that.
Are you there with your families? Do you have family back here in Utah that are waiting for you?
Yeah.
Yes. I have 5 kids and a grandbaby.
And I have 4 kids too. It was like for us to go on this trip, it was a 14-day trip, which was already so long for us. And so now the fact that it's just, I don't know, every
We're going
day.
on almost 3 weeks
Yeah,
now. And
yeah. So we're ready to be home, but we are grateful to have each other.
Yeah.
We're just dear friends, and this really has been an incredible experience.
Even this aspect.
Yeah.
Has been a part of the experience.
So the two of you as friends that you went over on this trip together, is that correct?
With a big tour group.
With the big tour group, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sure you've been talking to them, but what do you tell your kiddos tonight?
No, that we miss them, and we're trying to
we
do
love
everything
them.
we can to get back to them.
We want to see that. We tell them we are going to see them soon.
Yeah.
We want them to not be scared, and we want them to know we're going to make it home, and that we love them so much.
Yeah, that's got to be a tricky and tough conversation to have with the kiddos, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to say or add? I really appreciate your time and chatting with us about this, but I know you're also on hold, so I don't want to keep you too much longer. But anything else that you want to add?
I think just thank you to everyone who is reaching out to the senator's office, and thank you to Mike Lee and Blake Moore and all of the legislature that is helping, reaching out and helping us, and to just encourage people. We hope that goes through, but that's part of democracy, right? Is that we reach out to our elected officials who are here to represent us, but also help us in times of need, in times of crisis like this. And there's lots of Americans, not just our group, lots of Americans who need this help and are stranded here and have no way to get back. And we're literally here with missiles flying all around us. So it's scary, and we just want to get out, but we also want to get out safely too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate your time today. Thank you very much. I understand it's probably pretty early in the morning there right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. It's almost 1 a.m. So
1 a.m. So are you going to try to go and get some sleep? Or are you not getting any sleep tonight? Or did you already sleep and now you're up?
We have to keep our phones on all through the night for alerts from like our tour leader in case something comes up and we can get out quick. We have like all of our bags packed and ready to go so that at a moment's notice we can get up and go if we need to.
Sleeping in our clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just hurry up and wait.
Yeah. Hurry up and wait.
And hope it all works out.
Yeah.
Nothing's a guarantee here.
Yeah. It's definitely felt like kind of an emotional roller coaster for us.
For sure.
So